Hi there. Hi. Welcome to another episode of A to Z of Consciousness. This is me, Anchal Bedi. Excited to be here with you guys. As some of you may know, I'm a certified Theta healer, an Access Consciousness practitioner, and I am just as always overjoyed connecting with you people. I know it's a virtual connection, but that's all right. That's really all right. I'm happy to see you all here with me today. Today we have reached the letter G of A to Z of consciousness. It's been a sweet little journey so far, and it just keeps getting greater, better with every letter as we go forward. So today we are not talking about G for gratitude, G for greatness, G for glory, G for being the greatest gift to planet Earth. We're talking about something rather unexpected. We're talking about gaslighting. We're talking about this energy which is negative, this energy which is abusive, this energy which is manipulative. And why is it that we talk about today? You'll find out soon. So, thank you, you guys, for joining. All right, so you may have heard of the term gaslighting. There is a lot spoken about gaslighting. A lot of psychologists, therapists, doctors, they talk about the energy of gaslighting. And there are many articles available on the internet talking about the science of gaslighting, the details of gaslighting, what the energy of gaslighting is all about. So, very briefly explained, gaslighting is a form of emotional and psychological abuse that is done wherein the target, the victim of gaslighting, literally starts to lose their own sense of perception. And in very extreme cases, they start to lose their sense of sanity. They start to lose their memories. They start doubting themselves. So, this is why we talk about gaslighting today in the A to Z of Consciousness series. Because if you see, gaslighting is anti consciousness. And we've got to discuss this. And if gaslighting is anti conscious, then how do we be conscious? How do we allow ourselves to operate from true awareness, true consciousness, so that gaslighting, the energy of gaslighting, doesn't exist anymore? So, when I say for the person who is being gaslit, a sense of perception, a sense of a true reality is lost. They start losing their own true being, their own true self. And what does that mean? So let me explain that better with an example. This. Guys, which color is this? Would anybody like to put it in the comments below? It's blue? Huh? So, anyone? Okay, so let's say this is blue color. And now I suddenly tell you that, guys, what's wrong with you? This is not blue, this is green. Have you really lost your mind? You're anyways always thinking, imagining, hallucinating. You're in your dream world and you're never connected to this reality. You are so lost. This is not blue, this is green. You really need to open your eyes, be more aware. And the other day you guys were saying that brown is red. You're losing your sanity. Okay, so this is what gaslighting is. You believe this to be blue, but if I go on repeatedly tell you that no, this is not blue, this is green, this is green, this is green, and if I do it for days and months and years, and I target you and I keep telling you that, you will actually start looking at this and you'll say, okay, it is green. It is green. That is the job of gaslighting, to change your perception, to change your perception of this reality. What is true for you starts becoming a lie. What is lie for you starts becoming truth. Now, I know, earlier I was thinking that I want to talk about G for gratitude. So, guys, now that we're at it, okay, give thanks, be grateful to the universe. Gratitude is the fertilizer that creates more possibilities, that grows possibilities. So please be grateful, and that is the end of my gratitude conversation. So back to gaslighting. Why is this matter so important? Why do we need to understand gaslighting? Because gaslighting, if you are a victim of gaslighting, somebody is trying to get you out of choice. Somebody is trying to lock you out of your true being, your true self. And if you are living in a choiceless reality, and if you're not being you, then that is the greatest form of anti consciousness. And we need to stop being anti conscious. And this is why we do the series of A to Z of consciousness. And let me, kind of explain this better. The term gaslighting came from a movie called Gaslight, and it is a 1940s movie. It's a story about a couple in which the husband constantly tells his wife that you're really losing your mind. You keep picking up things and you start putting them in different places. You started to steal. You started to have vivid imaginations, and he does that so often throughout the movie that the woman starts questioning her own sanity. She starts believing that something is not right with her mind, and she's losing her wits. So that is the energy of gaslight. And in another movie that you guys can watch that I really want to recommend, it's a Girl on the Train. It's actually a novel which was converted into a movie, an Emily Blunt movie. And now it was again, it came in Bollywood. It was a Pariniti Chopra movie. So that is one of the extreme forms of gaslighting, if you are interested to know more about gaslighting. But I want to focus on the awareness bit here because we're talking about consciousness. So, to know more about gaslighting, what it is, what the definitions are, what the signs are, watch these movies, YouTube it, Google it, there is ample information you'll find. What I want to come down to is I want to ask you a question. Have you ever been gaslit? Have you ever been gaslit in your life? And I did this little poll on the page today, and 73, how many, 93% of the people voted for yes, that they have been gaslit in their lives. Now, what happens? Please understand, gaslighting is an energy which you have probably felt in your life. Okay, and if you are acknowledging it that yes, I have been a victim of gaslighting, that's awesome. However, for the rest of you, somebody asks which movie. The movie is A Girl on the Train. It is both a Hollywood and now a Bollywood movie. So, yes, you can watch the movie and you can learn more about it. And going back to what my question was, when I started to, when I got introduced to the concept of gaslighting when I was studying Access Consciousness, I always read the topic and I moved on to the next because I believed that gaslighting was not, it's not my story. I've never been gaslit. If I were gaslit, I would have known about it. So I just moved on. But 3-4 days ago, when I started to work on this topic of gaslighting, and I decided that I'm going to ask you this question: have you ever been gaslit? I asked myself that question first. And guess what? Something that I hadn't acknowledged for about like over a decade showed up in my reality that yes, I have been gaslit. I have been gaslit very, very strongly in school. It was somewhere around class 10th or yeah, 10th, 11th. And I was being gaslit by a dear, dear friend. So here's something to give your notice to, that gaslighting happens to you by people who are close to you. Gaslighting is done to you by people who you believe are valuable, important to you. Their judgment, their opinion matters to you. If somebody was away from you, if somebody was not a very significant person in your life, they would not be able to gaslight you. Because even if they said something to you, you'd be like, I don't really care. I don't want to indulge in a conversation with you. Your point of view doesn't matter to me. However, gaslighting happens very often in married relationships, between colleagues, in friends groups, even in rare cases, parents and children. It exists everywhere. So for me, it existed in back in school when a very close friend of mine, was gaslighting me, and over again, I was friends with her for over half a decade or something. Back in school, all of high school, I was friends with her, and she would constantly, very subtly, tell me every now and then that Anchal, I detest girls who are very feminine. I detest girls who are girly. And look at you, you're so girly. You're so feminine. And she would go on repeating that, and she literally typecast me into a label. Like, what is it? Being girly is a label? Like, being feminine is a label? So, another point I want you to notice: gaslighting is happening to you if you are being labeled, my friends. If somebody is labeling you, they're saying, okay, you're too rude, or you're too nasty, or you're such a coward, and that label is being repeated over and over again, you're being gaslit. So Obviously, I was operating with lack of awareness at that time, so I instantly bought it. I said, "Oh my God, I'm a feminine person. I'm a girly person." And then she would very subtly tell me that, "Anchal, if you continue to be this thing that you are doing, if you continue being girly, if you continue being so feminine, you're going to be in danger, because you're going to attract the attention of guys, and then you're really unsafe. And if you, with your girly habits, okay?" And I'm not quoting her, please, because it was good 10, 12 years ago. I don't have the exact words. She did say that you could be in, exciting guys to, be nasty with you. And no, she did not use such polite words. She did say that I would be raped if I was being so feminine at all times. Do you realize that the moment she said that, I have a clear picture in my mind when I was standing in my school, and she said that to me. When she said that to me, this rape word, it came to me like a trauma, okay? And in that moment, I just want to go back in time for 1 second. I'm feeling a little overwhelmed here. So in that moment, when she did say that, not for a fraction of a second did I question her perverted mind. Not for a fraction of a second did I feel in my head that, what is wrong with my friend? How perverted is her head? How can she say that to me? I'm her friend. Instead of all of that, you know what I did? I instantly took it on me that yes, something is wrong with me. I do this. I'm a terrible person. And I need to stop being girly and feminine. And I need to stop being whatever I'm being. And you see, gaslighting locks you out of your true being. That is the job of gaslighting. And I was then, from that moment onwards, my hands are shivering right now. Anyway, so from that moment onwards, because I believed that lie, I stopped talking to a lot of guys, because I believe that if I talk to him, something bad is going to happen to me. I am in an unsafe zone. And even with some girls, I lost a lot of friends in that process. I always felt unsafe. I started developing intense trust issues. I started hating me. And my mom would remember this if she's watching. And it was my 12th farewell, and teachers day, not farewell, teachers day, we were all supposed to wear saris. And my mom and I went shopping for me, and we picked out a pink sari. Now I bought the sari, but the day that I was supposed to wear that sari, I literally started palpitating, because it was a pink sari. Now what will my friend think, and what will the impression in the school be, that again this girly girl is wearing a pink sari, she's trying to excite guys, and she's trying to be her feminine self, and oh, all of that I went with that heavy heart. I remember fighting with my mom that morning over that sari, and I had a minor kind of an accident that day. My sari got stuck in a wheel of a car, and it got totally torn into bits and pieces. I was injured, my shoulder was injured. It was a bad day for me. Do you realize this is what gaslighting does to us? And I was sitting there being my anti-conscious self, and thinking that I am the wrong one here. I was never the wrong one. You guys are not wrong. If you have been gaslit, and if you have been victims of gaslighting, you are not wrong. You don't have to stop being you. And Bhavna says, thank you for being so transparent. I think after doing this bit of consciousness, my barriers are down. I am so barriers down with me. Can you believe it, Bhavna? And for all of you listening here, I have not acknowledged this truth for the last 15 years. I'm 30 now. This gaslighting episode started in my life when I was 15, 16. And I have not acknowledged it for so long. I have been freaking out about myself. And I wear pink today very, very proudly, purposely, guys. And while I was looking for this, for a nice pink outfit, I realized that I don't have too many pinks even in my wardrobe till today, because I do have a point of view. And while I was doing that, I realized that I don't allow my daughter to wear pink. Can you believe that? My daughter is 2.5 years old, and she doesn't have too many pink clothes, because my conditioning is still something to do with pink, something to do with feminine, girly, all of those labels that I've bought, and all of the damage that I've done to myself. My mom messages me that how can I forget that day, my baby? Yes, because she does know that I came back home literally tattered in pieces, my sari torn, I was in a bad shape, my shoulder hurt. And it was a bad day for me. I created that for me because I was so busy being the victim of gaslighting and not allowing myself to be aware. So why what really is happening over here is that you doing something, you probably being slightly feminine, or you being whatever you be, or you enjoying wearing the color pink, is actually projected on your entire being. One thing that you did is actually projected and extended onto your entire being. That once you did this, once you were being a little feminine, now you are that. You are that. What you do is not what you be. But that is the job of gaslighting. You did something wrong. Maybe you spoke to someone rudely today. That does not mean that you are a rude person. And if you are being made to believe that, please know, please be aware that you are being gaslit there. Now, why I brought this topic up and why I wanted to share my example with you was because I want you to be that vulnerable, that transparent, that open with yourself to be able to acknowledge it. Gaslighting, if you're aware of it, you will never be able to be gaslit again. I mean, if my friend was telling me that me being the person that I was being, the feminine one, or the whatever the one, or the friendly one, or the whatever, if I did not believe her story and if I was aware that she was gaslighting me, would I have created this much drama for myself in my life? Would I have lost so many friends? Would I have had trust issues with people? Would I have been afraid of wearing a bloody pink sari to my teacher's day? Like, would I have created all of that nonsense in my life? And my example is a subtle one. Gaslighting can be very, very extreme in some cases. It ranges from subtle to extreme. So, what is really the solution here? What is the solution? Let's focus on the solution here because we're talking about the A to Z of consciousness. Number one antidote to gaslighting is being aware. When you are aware, when you are being in the moment, being so present that, wow, this person is gaslighting me, would you buy the lie? No. Would you buy the entire story? Would you buy the projection that they are making onto your entire existence? No, you would never buy the lie. So, number one is to be aware. Now, I know a lot of you may ask, how do I be that aware? How can I be that aware? In the moment when people are doing this, they will just, I'll just be lost. I'll buy the story. And there's a great tool actually over here. It's a tool of awareness. It's a tool of consciousness. It's called light or heavy. So every time you feel that an opinion is being thrown at you about you, you can just kind of ask in that moment, like, be present with that opinion and just say, is this opinion light for me or is it heavy for me? Is it light for me? Is it heavy for me? So let me give an example here. So for example, someone comes and tells me, Anshul, you're a bad mom. You're a bad mom, you're a bad influence to your daughter, and every time you're around her, you don't bring out the best in her. I don't think your daughter enjoys being around you, and I don't think you're a good mom factor in her life. So if somebody comes and says that to me, that will come to me like a heavy, heavy piece of information. So the moment I start feeling heavy about it, I know it's a lie. I know it is a lie, and I know I can then sniff the energy of gaslighting. So please sense the energy. Is it heavy or is it light? Now, in a similar example, if somebody comes and tells me that, Anshul, you've been at a very, very off mood last few days, and every time you're around your daughter, she also starts feeling off. You're cranky, your daughter starts feeling cranky. So please make sure that you leave all your worries away before you go to your daughter. Now, when I hear that, it would be rather light for me that, okay, that is light. Yeah, I have been cranky, and yes, when I'm around my daughter, she does get cranky. So maybe that's true for me, and I can use that awareness. I can really use that awareness, and I can leave my worries aside when I be with my daughter. So you see, there is a difference. Every opinion, ask in that moment, is this light for me or is this heavy for me? And when you get the answer, if the energy is light, then you know that there is no gaslighting there. It's just an awareness that you can use. You can shift your life out of that. You can create something greater. But if it's heavy for you, you are being exposed to the energy of gaslighting, and that's where you've got to be very, very aware. Now, another antidote of gaslighting is that if you get this point very, very clearly, that gaslighting is done to you, but it's not personal. Gaslighting is not personal. The energy of abuse that is being thrown at you has nothing to do with you. The day you get this point, you will not lock yourself into your story. Now, for example, when this was told to me by my friend, that oh, it's all you do this and you're doing that and you're exciting boys, all of that nonsense. So I made it about me. I did make it about me. I took it personally. So every time it's happening to you and people are throwing their crappy opinions at you, please say it's not personal. Don't say it out to them. It's just a reminder for yourself. It's not personal. It's not personal for me. It has nothing to do with me. And when you do that, you're really kind of like releasing yourself. Don't allow the energy of blame, shame, guilt, and the energy of regretting all of the stuff that you are doing, all of the actions that you are taking, get you consumed in that energy. Don't allow yourself to do that. Just be sure that no, it's not personal. They are perpetrating their insecurities onto me. It has nothing to do with me. It's all about them. So I am not buying that story. So now you're aware, you're not taking it personally. Next thing that will get you out of gaslighting is that you gotta acknowledge that you are super powerful. Get one thing straight. A person will only and only gaslight you when they believe that you are bloody powerful. It's like, you running a marathon with Usain Bolt, and you kind of defeat him. How will that feel? That will feel awesome, right? And if you run a marathon with an 80-year-old man who can barely walk, and if you defeat him in the race, would that be an achievement? No. So the same way, a gaslighter, if that is a term, a gaslighter will never ever gaslight you if you are weak. They will only gaslight you because you are powerful. So acknowledge your power in that moment, that this person is being the energy of gaslighting to me because I am bloody powerful. And if they defeat me with gaslighting, they're going to feel amazing about themselves because I am powerful, I'm not weak. So, gaslighting is not fun if it is done to a weak person. You will only be gaslit if you are powerful and the other person is insecure about their own powers. They just love to defeat somebody powerful and feel amazing about themselves. That's what a gaslighter is typically doing here. So, let me repeat the 3 pointers that I shared with you. Awareness. Awareness is the greatest antidote. Not taking it personally is the next antidote. Knowing that you are absolutely powerful and that's why you're being dragged into this, that is the third antidote. Because a lot of people start, when they are being gaslit, because they are wronging themselves, they feel they are quite weak. And they are being the victims and the targets of gaslighting because they are weak. So don't buy that. You're not weak. You're not being gaslit because you're weak. You're being gaslit because you are really damn powerful and you intimidate them. You intimidate the gaslighter in so many ways, and that's why they're choosing to gaslight you. That's your third antidote. Fourth is interesting point of view. Whatever point of view they throw at you, for example, somebody says that you are such a pathetic employee. You have no respect and honor for your boss. You have no respect and honor for the company that you are working in. Now you can turn that thing and make it about you, but that's not what we're doing. We're learning to be conscious, right? So what you do is you take that opinion and you say, oh, that's just an interesting point of view. I don't believe that. That is not true for me. And all of these things are not to be said out loud verbally. You can just say it to yourself. It's all about self-work here. We're working on your personal awareness here. So you've got to say, okay, interesting point of view, that you have this point of view. I'm out of here, bye. So the moment you make their story a joke, the moment you make their entire lie, their entire opinion, a random thing that they just said without adding too much significance to it, you are free to go. You are free to go. You have beat the energy of gaslighting. You are no more going to be a victim of gaslighting when you make their story just an interesting point of view. That okay, that's what you think is just an interesting comment that you made. I'm not making that true for me, so I'm out of here, bye bye. So if you do that, you're safe. And I feel the greatest antidote to gaslighting is creating your life in the most amazing way, getting rich, getting happy, getting healthy, because a gaslighter would never want those things for you. That is the greatest thing. They're ultimately gaslighting you because they don't want you to be happy. They don't want you to make more money than they can. They don't want you to be healthy. They don't want you to have a good life. And when you actually be powerful, don't take it personally, make everything an interesting point of view, be totally aware, then you can actually create a joyful life, a life of financial abundance, of great health, of amazing relationships. And that is the final thing that will get gaslighting out of your space, because you've actually defeated the one who was gaslighting you. And that is the energy of being an antidote to gaslighting. That is the energy of being super conscious when it comes to gaslighting. Now, if you see all of the points that I just spoke about right now, it has nothing to do with the gaslighter. The gaslighter is not even involved in the process. Like, I was gaslit 15 years ago. I was carrying fragments and bits of it with me up till now, up till today, or maybe 3 days ago when I came to this crazy awareness. I released myself of gaslighting, and it had nothing to do with the person who gaslit me. I'm not even in touch with that friend anymore. So that's what it is. It's not about taking revenge from the gaslighter. It's not about proving them wrong, teaching them a lesson, and becoming the gaslighter yourself and exposing them to the world. And none of that nonsense really has to happen. The process starts and ends with you. When you are aware, when you are really acknowledging that you are powerful and it's not personal, it has nothing to do with you. You're not wrong. You're pretty fabulous the way you are, with a little flaws here and there. If you just learn to have allowance and acceptance for yourself, you are going to be, full proof from gaslighting. Nobody can harm you at all. So these were the little things that I wanted to share about gaslighting with you guys. Thank you, and sorry for taking up your time and sharing my sob story with you of 15 years ago. But I feel really easy right now. I feel like a huge thing has come off my chest. I'm feeling quite cool and happy and excited, joyful. So I'm so glad that you guys were here listening to me and getting to know more about gaslighting, how to be aware about gaslighting, and how to be more conscious. Because and also at all times, just to make yourself so immune to gaslighting and negative manipulation and all of the wrongness and the energetic monsters around you, keep asking this question every now and then: how much consciousness, how much awareness can I exercise in this moment? How much consciousness, how much awareness can I exercise in this moment? Keep saying that. Keep saying that. Whenever you feel you're being judged, somebody is throwing their opinions at you, you are at the verge of being gaslit, please ask this question: how much consciousness and awareness can I operate with right now? Note this question down and keep asking. And you're asking this question to yourself. You're asking this question to the energy of the universe. It's just a question that, okay, universe, I am willing to be totally conscious here. I'm willing to be totally aware here. Will you please help me out? Will you be by my side? And the universe has got your back, guys. The universe has our back. All you've got to do is be out there and ask a question. So thank you so much. It was wonderful talking to you guys. You are my Instagram family pretty much. I shared with you something that was on my shoulders, an invisible baggage that I was carrying, and you guys helped me release it. So thank you so much. I am so, so grateful for you, all of you, for being here. And if you have been gaslit, or if you are the gaslighter, don't wrong yourself. Just allow more awareness to show up for you. Allow more consciousness to show up for you. And that's the way to get out of these energies, these negative energies, and becoming more aware, more joyful, more fun, more you, more you. Awareness is all about being more you and less of anything else. So have fun doing that. And I know it was a rather heavy discussion today. So if you have any questions, I would love to answer. And if you just want me to end at this today because it's been a lot of information to take in, I'm okay doing that. So I'll just wait a minute here and I'll wait for any questions to show up. I'd be happy to answer. You guys are an awesome lot. Thank you for listening out to me. I feel awesome. So Rise and Shine Geetu says, how much conscious do I exercise right now? Yes, you can ask that question. You can ask that question to the universe, that how much consciousness can I be here? How much consciousness can I exercise here? How much consciousness can I operate with over here? When you ask that question, you automatically are downloaded with the energies of consciousness, and that's the gift, and that's the mystery and magic of the universe. That's how the universe works. You ask a question, and things are given to you. Ask and you shall receive. So please ask to be more and more conscious. And somebody says, please record it so we can see it later. Of course, just as I end this live, I am going to be downloading and putting this up on our page. So you can very well see it later. It's going to always be on our page. And like I said, today was the letter G of A to Z of consciousness. If you have missed out on any other letters before, all of our letters discussions have been so insightful. I have been learning so much from my own words, because I am now getting into one topic deeper into the matter, and it's adding value to my life in so many ways. So I hope it's doing that to you also, and I hope that we are being a contribution to you. It is so nice to have you guys listen to us. So thank you so much for being here. I will see you again next week with the letter H, and I haven't yet decided what it's going to be about, but you know it, we come with surprises. So have fun being conscious, have fun being you, and have way more fun than you're supposed to have. Bye guys, see you.